Hello, this is a quick video to introduce you to the new revision history feature on the Beta Toolkit site. We'll start off by locating the revision history. It lives here in the Resources tab at the start of the third section here, Revision History. So we'll click on that. It takes us to a landing page that kind of describes what how the revision history works and what the components are, etc. You should know that we plan to roll out this revision history functionality for all translated versions of RDA, not just the original English version that we did in the past, but we'll have this feature for all the translations when we get those up and running on the beta site. The first component of the revision history are release notes. We will supply notes on each release that describe for users what exactly happened during that release to help them make adjustments to their policy or documentation, etc. So if you click on this link for the September 5th release, you'll see the notes. This is the first time we've done notes for a release. So this is kind of a beta in itself, and we welcome any feedback you might have. I'll scroll up and point out this submit feedback button. Any feedback you have on the release notes and information in it that might make it more useful to folks. So the basic components of the release notes are the identification of the page involved. It might be an element page, as is in the case here with agent, access point for agent. Or it might be a guidance page. I can show you that down here. Here's aggregates guidance. Anyway, the page is identified that contains the changes, and then there's a brief summary here under the release note that describes what, very briefly, the type of change that was made. And then we have download buttons for both the new PDF, that is the PDF associated with this page after the September 5th release, and then the previous PDF, a PDF showing that page prior to the September 5th release in this case. So I can click both of those. Actually, I'm going to scroll down to one that has some easier to spot differences for you. So I'm going to click the PDF here, and that downloads the new one. And then this is the previous one. All right. One of the other things, you can see these down here that they've been downloaded. And one of the things we added were these links to online software that allows you to load the PDFs in and get a difference report, or compare them and get a difference report. And I'll use this one, text compare, right now. So you simply go in and choose your file. You want to put the old one first, which is this one, and then the newer one second, which is this one, and then I just run find difference, and it highlights the differences. Okay, so this way you can more easily track exactly what was changed and see how that might impact your documentation or policies, etc. The other component of the release of the revision history is the instruction archive. It's just below here. You can see a link here to the instruction archive. We've included the PDFs from the April 2017 release to the original toolkit. And then we also have the April 30th release, which was the stabilization of the English language text for the new beta site. And then I put the most current PDFs in there as well. And I will always include all the full PDF set for the most current release to the toolkit in the archive. So everything will be there and accessible to folks. So to use this, you just click on here, and you'll see this is kind of a browse structure. So if you want to find an element that you're particularly interested in, you can go back to designation of version. I can click into expression, and then I just scroll down and find designation of version. Now, of course, there's a lot more elements now, so it's going to take a little bit of scrolling to get through to it. But you will find it, and it's right here, and I click on it, and again, it simply downloads the PDF. Okay, we'd love to hear feedback from you on this service, and we hope you find it useful. And again, love to hear feedback and find more ways to make it more useful. Bye.